Well, hello again today. My name is Justin Waverick, and I am here to basically speak from my heart, from my conscience, from the best interests of those who feel like they cannot speak. That's my intention. Is basically to voice out to those who want to be heard but can't be heard. So the whole point of my doing this is to bring awareness of others, and hopefully maybe we can, as a society, embrace each other and follow in a correct pattern, and hopefully succeed in changing what needs to be changed in our day. I have written another piece that came to mind last night. I will change my picture again. I do that when I read, because I want to give off the impression that this is coming from the heart of people without a face. And by me showing my face, it's putting a face to the words, and that's not what I want. What I want is my paper to be felt by others as a wake-up call, or just at least to ask questions. For those who can hear, I have Willie Nelson playing in the background. What better than listening to Willie and dreaming freedom? Okay, so I will go right into what I have today, and it's going to be on technology, on educational systems, how these things are supposed to be out there for the better benefit of us as a whole, and in reality they are not. So here is my unbiased face, and I do not have a name for this piece, but it's just kind of like the other one, a collaboration of my thoughts and ideas and the questions I'd like to have asked, and just looking for alternative ideas out there. So I will begin. Night. I sit in the darkness. Thoughts race, they run, speed, flash. I hear, I listen. It seems so complicated, life. I wonder, everything. I use that term lightly. I think like the receiver box on a television, with the remote completely compressed by one large right ass cheek, locked in position for days. Channels scramble up and down, volumes raise. Up, it rings, surging my ears, then instantly the volume gone. Is the problem that minute? Can my answer be my mind is just compressed, merely like a remote control? A problem can never be that simple. Therefore I find disgust in the word itself. Simple. We, I speak from the perspective of any living organism, are just a speck of dust, waiting, some more so than others, to be lifted by a heavy gust of wind and blown from the highest mountain peak, only to diminish before declining to the base. Then should life be taken so seriously, creating an unneeded form of hysteria? I wonder, when the word stress was first made a literary term, if our only meaning of existence is to thrive until our bodies are no longer capable, why do we need to make everything so damn complicated? I was once told, the wise ask questions, the rest follow direction. It can never be possible to answer all questions. If a question has no solution, should asking the question be considered unwise? My direction has changed. I do not mean to speak in philosophical rhetoric, only to ask questions in search of answers that I continually ponder. I believe that all humankind searches for answers to unexplained matters. We feel cheated when lies are told or excuses are made, yet we can find reason for contradiction and flourish in a similar nature. Is not one taught to learn from others? That is the reason within our society teachers are employed, for the mere matter to aid in the education of history, along with much more complicated and hardly useful theories. I say theories because every professor, every teacher has their own beliefs, morals, style, and character, so nothing can be taught in an orderly fashion. Education varies with extreme degrees. History is considered a tool to better existence, understanding the documented mistakes of others with the intent on evaluating and enhancing a route when faced with the same matter again. So why do we follow in similar patterns when occurrences present themselves in the same order? Can it be because our educational system is more concerned with your present in the classroom, or how well you can memorize specific dates, political figures, and theories? Specifically, someone, under-the-table politicians, greedy presidents, or even just the educational board, does not want to take the time to discuss and re-evaluate the true key elements to a better existence. I have no intention in offending any individual, but I am a man of reason and explanations. My only intentions within this is to try to better understand myself while I undergo my routine deep psychosis therapy. With interests and concerns in the better health and well-being of our entire existence, I feel that certain ways of life should no longer stay overlooked. Why does technology need to become quicker, more stylish, and smaller every day? My answer is because much of our existence has greed. There is no way I can say this statement in regards to our entire, because I believe in face-to-face conversations to experience every culture. In my travels, I have met some of the most caring and considerate humans imaginable. Even if you were a stranger and they had never met you before, these individuals would give one kidney if that meant helping or saving your life. But in every community there is the opposite, cold-hearted people that would leave you stranded in the middle of the desert because stopping would take too much of their fragile time. Then there is the median, the people who strictly follow what our judicial system says, what their bosses demand, that their life is somehow supposed to be completely navigated through for them. The median will always desire more because they subconsciously are not satisfied with life, so having better toys distracts their lack of freedom. Crystal McCandless was a man in his early 20s, an elite college graduate, and his family was fortunate with wealth. Christopher understood that the average human in the 21st century only wanted one thing: money. He disliked how everything had to be modernized. He chose to give everything up: his trust fund, his planned career, and his luxury sports car. With only his essentials, he left the chaotic technology-influenced way of life to revert back to nature. With the world population exceeding 6 billion, desolate locations can be a bit of a challenge to find. With few options, he chose Alaska. Because of the extreme weather conditions, the state has a vast amount of uninhabited areas to isolate within. But because of these horrid conditions, he only survived 113 days. His final words were, "I have lived a happy life, and thank the Lord. Goodbye, and may God bless all." The story nearly proves the majority of humans now would not be able to survive in a primitive world. This almost seems ironic, because many scientists have proven we've evolved from apes, which are fierce creatures that only live off nature, without any use of electricity, running water, or refrigerators. Not only does technology take away from the culture and the appreciation of having conversations with others, it's killing our planet. Our motto seems to be build, 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 then build bigger, and never buy used homes because everyone needs their own customizations. We have been referred to as a cancer invading the body of nature. I don't think anyone intelligent would argue that. Populations still rise. 100-year-old farms get torn down daily rather than be preserved because the government orders another highway to be added to cut down on driving time. And it has to zigzag to disturb as much natural soil as possible, only to fill with concrete, what's seeming to be our natural